Hi, and welcome back to another Brunette Bimbo Podcast. This episode is episode number 9. Thank you for any returning viewers or listeners, and thank you to anyone new who was giving this podcast a shot. I really appreciate everyone who has been a part of this journey, and I can't wait to see where this goes. And yes, thank you. I'm so grateful for you, and without further ado, let's begin episode number 9 of the Brunette Bimbo Podcast with your host, me, Victoria Stone. So, what should we do when we have hit a point in our life where we are utterly and completely lost? Everything we thought we know, we don't know. And we don't know what to do. We have no direction. We're not even sure if we know who we are anymore. We may not even want the same things we wanted before. Whatever the case may be, what do you do when that feeling hits you? And I've been there many times, okay? I'm no stranger to the rain, as they say. So, I'm going to give you some advice that I wish I had way earlier. This might sound a little woo-woo, a little cuckoo, a little out there, but take notes from the seasons, especially if you live in a place where seasons change, where you have seasonal weather. Let shit go, then heal, then grow, right? The fall, the trees let shit go. In the winter, they go into hibernation and they heal. And then in the spring and summer, they grow and they flourish. And you should try and embody that yourself. You'll find a lot less struggle internally if you can figure out a way to embody that little by little. And if you're going through, shall we say, life changes, the next thing I'm going to say might seem not so helpful because you're already struggling to even find out what your new normal is, let alone your new routine. So this is going to seem kind of asinine to say if you're going through a life change. But if you're going through a life change, this is twice as helpful. Self-discipline is going to be your strictest teacher and also your best friend. Okay, it is going to put you through the ringer, but it is going to reward you in ways that you can't even imagine. So, getting clear on where you're at in life right now, how you feel, what you think, what you might want to do, and choosing 1 to 3 steps to move forward, big or small, and then having the self-discipline to develop a schedule that is going to create a habitat to make that happen is going to be so beneficial. But it's very, very difficult, and I still have not mastered it. However, the more that I become in tune with my own self-discipline, the more frustrated I find myself, but also the higher the reward, the higher the, what do they call it? Not just reward, but the higher the fulfillment. The more fulfillment I get out of whatever it is I'm working towards. Because anything worth it isn't going to come easy. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be married, marriage is not going to come easy. And then once you're married, that's not the end of the journey, baby. That's the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Following the advice to develop self-discipline, in conjunction with that, you should develop a self-appointed strict schedule that you do not break for anyone, anything, okay? So, for instance, let's say you want to be a doctor. You don't have time to party anymore because you gotta go study the human body. And there's a lot that goes on with the human body. Like, our bodies are cray-cray. You gotta have a schedule, a strict schedule that will both nourish your body and your mind, allow you time to study, and also allow you time for your family, your job, etc. And you cannot break that schedule if you want to be committed to becoming a doctor. This is one extreme example, but it's one that everybody can understand. And pairing that with self-discipline, that's like the power couple that everybody wishes they had, okay? And if you can master both of those and pair those together, you're unstoppable. You're like the next billionaire. And I struggle with those two things, but I think it's worth it to work at it and practice every day, every week, those two things in conjunction or separately. Don't overwhelm yourself, because it's going to make you an overall better person. It's going to make you more productive towards your goals, and it's going to reassure you. The more that you work towards that, the more self-assured and reassured you're going to be within your own being. And that is a rewarding feeling that I can't even put into words. The next thing you want to try and do is figure your stuff out. And you're like, duh, I'm already doing that. That's not what I mean. I mean, work through your limiting mindsets. Work through your limiting mindsets about what you can accomplish. Work through your mindsets around money. Work through your mindsets around how people see you, view you, and feel about you. Work on your self-confidence. Work on your self-image. Work on your health, your diet, your fitness. These are the things you need to start figuring out and start working through. Find ways to increase your funding. If you can, find multiple revenues without burning yourself out. That's ideal. Make sure everything is in order for the day that your goals become reality. Make sure your finances, make sure if you're wanting to move, everything's in order to move. Make sure everything's ready to invest. If you want to invest, make sure the day that you're ready to publish that book, everything is in tip-top shape. Whatever it is, make sure you're ready for that new reality when it hits you, because when it does hit you, more than likely it's going to happen faster than you thought. You're going to feel like you're waiting forever, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like, in a matter of days, I just have the life that I waited forever for, and I worked forever for, and I prayed and dreamed about, blah, blah, blah. So make sure everything is in order for when that happens. Additionally, I think you should read or listen to the book, The Secret. I think that's beneficial for anybody, regardless of background, belief, whatever. I think you should read or listen to that book. Figure out where your priorities lie and then invest your time and your money there, because wherever your time and money is going, those are your true priorities. That's what you actually care about. So if your time and money is just going to TikTok and Amazon, those are your priorities in life. And if you don't like that, reevaluate it and start readjusting where your time and money is invested. Because those are your two greatest assets in life, and those are two that will come and go so quickly. Additionally, fill your life so full that there is no room for baloney. No room for bullshit. Okay? Get a workout routine. Get a healthy diet. Get a strong, healthy social group. Get a freaking sport if you have to, even if you're not in school anymore. Find a adult sports league. Start fishing. Start bird watching. I don't care what it is. Okay, fill your life so full that there is no room for low-grade vermin energy to enter your life. There is no room for drama. There is no room for distraction. There is only room for you, your prosperity, and your potential in life. And I think that you should prioritize seeking out your individual potential and seeing what you can really make of yourself. Because that's going to be more rewarding than investing in other people and hoping that they give to you what you feel you cannot give to yourself. But in reality, you're the only one that can give those things to yourself. Stop seeking love, validation, and solace in other people, and find it within yourself, within your passions, within the beauty that is already existing in this world. Look into the classics, and by classics I mean classic literature, classic art, classic movies, even the silent ones. I want you to understand what really sparks your interest, what really brings your soul alive, and then I want you to seek that out full throttle. Stop seeking out one-night stands. Stop seeking out hangovers. Stop seeking out endless doom scrolling, and start seeking out true, real fulfillment. because those temporary connections that make you feel okay for a few minutes drain you so much more in the long run than they do reward you. They take more than they give. It's not worth it. Okay, and that is 9 lessons for 9 episodes of the Brunette Bimbo Podcast. However, we're not going to stop there. Of course not. No, I have bonus content for you, bonus lessons, bonus advice, if you will. And we're going to get into that. Okay. Lesson number 10. Stop taking advice and start seeking education. Stop watching these alpha male podcasts, these alpha female podcasts. Stop watching these how to be the it girl, how to be that guy videos, and just start becoming it. Go to school, start seeking out education on finances, on skill, on communication, whatever it is you need to become more educated in to succeed. Start seeking out that and stop seeking out advice from people who don't even know what they're talking about. Okay. And then lesson 11. There's millions and millions of definitions to success. There's millions of ways to define what success is. And there's twice, if not 10 times as many ways to get there. There's no designated strict path to becoming successful, to achieving your goals. There's trillions upon billions of ways to get there. Don't let anybody tell you that what you're doing is wrong, especially if they've never had the goal to try it. Okay? Follow your inner compass, your intuition, that gut feeling that keeps whispering you to do it, to go for it, to not give up. Because that feeling, that voice is leading you somewhere. And it's better to take direction from yourself and your own inner knowing than from this crazy, chaotic world out here where everybody's just running around as fast as they can, like chickens with their heads cut off. You don't want to be that person. You want to be somebody who's happy, fulfilled, self-assured, confident, successful, is more than willing to go after their goals because failure doesn't scare them and they understand that failure is part of the process. You want to be that person, right? You don't want to be the person who's running around in fear-based mindsets, not really absorbing what life has to offer and totally ignoring the beauty and the wonderful things they already have. Chances are, wherever you are in life right now, you probably dreamed or prayed for at least one thing that is in your present, current reality, and you have it. Don't take that for granted. That is proof that it's possible. That is proof that everything that you imagine can be created. Anything that you dream, you can achieve. Whatever you want to say. That's proof. Find the proof. Find the proof that it can be possible and stop seeking out everything that can go wrong. Stop listing every reason why it can't happen and start looking for the proof as to why it can. And if you're still here at the end of this episode, thank you so very much. You are the proof for me that it's possible. You're my proof. And I hope that you are able to find your own proof that you and what you want are possible. Please try and be kind to your bodies, your soul, and your mind. Those 3 things can never be replaced, and they are invaluable. Thank you. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope that all of you get the best out of life. And I'll see you next time. This has been episode number 9 of the Brunette Bimbo Podcast with me, your host, Victoria Stone. And I have more content on my channel. I have vlogs and all kinds of things. So if you're looking for more podcast episodes, if you're looking for more content, you want to see some vlogs, you want to keep up with me, go ahead and check out the rest of the channel if you feel so inclined. And follow me on all my social medias under the same name as my YouTube.